Hey guys, it is 12:24 p.m. and I'm in the living room, so I apologize for any bird noises that may occur. So far today I've done a lot of research for the Lost City of Z, and I think that I'm mostly done unless something comes up while I'm rereading the notes that I took on the David Gran New Yorker article. But I researched another Indian tribe, and I wrote 564 words there. I finished up the Upper Xingu research, which was literally only 19 more words. I didn't write down the last sentence of the article that I had read. The Xingu Indigenous Park, 602 words. Belamonte Dam, 997 words. Dead Horse Camp, 166 words. Amazon River, 185 words. There were a lot of words in the Belamonte one and the Amazon River one, but I only took notes on stuff that was deemed relatively important to what I needed. And then I copied down Fawcett's last letter to his wife, which was 428 words. And then I also did a little bit of writing on the time stopper just now, which was 143 words, which brings my total for the day up to 3,104 words. Super fun stuff. So I have already edited 2 April Camp Nano videos today, days 14 and 15. 15 is uploading now, 14 was just made public. I'm going to make the gaming video for today public here in about an hour, and then day 15's Camp Nano video will follow soon after that. I'm going to edit and export day 16's video. I'm going to film an April Camp Nano video for today, and then after that I'm going to work on Ashes in the Light sketches and then bounce back and forth between potentially that and writing or something. I'm not sure, but either way, hopefully I'll update you guys at some point again, depending on how things go. If I do any more like writing or anything like that, I'll also update you on any book merch stuff if I actually finish anything. There are a few quotes, I think, that I wrote down, and I'm going to start with those and then go from there. But either way, hopefully you guys will have at least one more update before evening time rolls around, but we'll see. Might throw a nap in there somewhere, hopefully reset my schedule. I guess we'll see what happens, but I'm going to get into all of that, and then I will see you guys at some point. Alrighty, so it is closing in on 5 o'clock, and I have only added 2 extra pieces today. The book cover, which is available in stickers, posters, hardcover journals, spiral notebooks, and possibly something else. And then this quote about the sunset that I really, really liked from the book. That's available in stickers and an acrylic artboard thing and possibly a few more things. Not 100% sure. I also have a quote ready about every small town has one house that was different than the rest, which is this one here. But it wouldn't upload. Like, it would pretend that it was, but it definitely wasn't uploading, so I'll come back to that later. But it is ready to upload, if nothing else. And then I've been working on this down here, which is my little ghost peanut butter. I like him very much. But there's this one, sorry. And then there's going to be a ghost coffee mug that's in a dish drainer that will eventually be drawn and put up there. But this is the one I've been working on so far, so hooray! I'm going to switch back and forth between this and writing. I'm going to stay in here for a little bit longer, I think, and then I'm going to go into the living room, and see what happens. But I have met my writing goal for the day, and I have accomplished something, if nothing else. So we're going to call that good, and I'm going to move on to editing eventually, but right now I'm going to keep working on this, eventually move into the living room and go from there. But hopefully I will give you guys at least one more update before midnight, but who knows what time I'll pass out, right? Either way, I will see you at some point. Hey guys, it is currently 11:55 p.m. and I'm just doing my best to make it until midnight at the moment, and then I am planning on taking what will hopefully be about an hour nap. And if I can manage that, I should be able to reset my sleep schedule as long as I go to sleep sometime at or before noon. That's the hope. As long as I manage to only take like an hour nap here. We'll see what happens. But I did work on Man of Darkness, I edited chapters 9 and 10, and that was 2,328 words. And then I just finished working on the time stopper for the day a little bit ago, and altogether there I've written 1,241 words. We're also getting very close to 50,000. We're at 49,288. We are closing in on the end. I know I've said that a lot, but we are. It's just been slow going because of my hands. But the detectives are talking to the killer now, so that's something. Hooray. I'm very tired, and pretty much just trying to make it 4 more minutes to say that I made it until midnight, and then hopefully I'll wake up to my alarm, or hopefully my alarm will go off. I think I'm going to set an alarm on my phone and my iPad in hopes that at least one of them goes off. We'll see what happens. If worst comes to worst, as long as I only sleep, if I sleep past the alarms or if they don't go off, if worst comes to worst, and I sleep for like 2 to 3 hours, if I still go to sleep at noon, maybe, hopefully, it will reset my sleep schedule and I'll be back to normal. My normal, anyway. Because when I'm off of that normal, I feel exhausted all the time and it takes forever to get back into work and so on and so forth. And I would like to be able to do my work at my time when I work best. And at the moment I'm sleeping through those hours, so it's really fun. But yeah, that's all that I did to close out today, the 22nd. For the 23rd, I'm planning on editing Man of Darkness. I'm planning on working on the Time Stopper. As it stands, I'm mostly done with Z research. I need to go through the David Grant article, obviously, but we'll get to that. And hopefully, find the faucet quote. And then I'll write that down this time. I still need to transfer a lot of notes to note cards, but that can wait until whenever. During Nano, slightly before Nano, anytime. It doesn't really matter. I don't need them on note cards. I just prefer hard copies to digital copies. I just haven't been able to make hard copies of all of my notes this time because my knuckles and my wrists are dickheads, to say the least. But I'm hoping for the best. But that's the main game plan for tomorrow, is Man of Darkness and the Time Stopper. I don't think there's anything else except for Ashes in the Light merch, and most of that depends on how my hands are feeling and how they decide to work. I would also like to sketch out a thing or two for the Lost City of Z based on the manuscript 512 descriptions, and I would kind of like to start building a little model of what the Z is going to look like and how it's going to be described in my book and all of that. But I don't know 100%. Kind of want to make a video on that if I end up doing it, which I think I will. But I'm not 100% sure if you guys would be interested in that. So, if this video goes up after I start making it, I'll be filming stuff up until that point. And then if you guys are interested in seeing like any of the updates or the progress or what happens with it or how I'm making it, just let me know and I'll edit it together and upload it. But in case you are interested in it and this video goes up after I've started working on it, I'll film stuff for it just in case. Otherwise I'll just update the work in progress videos every now and then on it. But I only have to stay awake for about another minute, which is great, and then I am hopefully going to take an hour nap and go from there. But whatever happens, I will see you guys for another update on the 23rd, sometime after midnight. Hey guys, it is currently 1:27 in the morning on the 25th. I haven't slept yet, so this is the furthest I've made it in a while, but I haven't filled you in since like Saturday morning, I think. So let's jump into that. After I worked on the time stopper on Saturday, I worked on another opening for the Z book. Made some progress there. For that, I wrote 1,544 words. I think all of those words were for that book. That's not a guarantee. But that'll be stuff that's rewritten on April 1st when I actually start the book. And then yesterday, Sunday, I wrote 636 words in the time stopper, and then I moved on to the fourth book that I will be working on during April Camp Nano. And just like I did for Z, I wrote the first part of it as a first draft, and then I'll rewrite it for April Camp Nano. But for that, I wrote the prologue, the first chapter, and part of chapter 2, and that was 2,370 words. So altogether on Saturday I wrote 3,000 words even, and yesterday I wrote 3,036 words. Hooray. So today, March 25th, I am working on editing Man of Darkness at the moment. I've already edited one chapter. I've been taking my notes as I go along. And I'm currently on chapter 12, I think. I'm tired, although I don't think tired is the correct word for it. It's probably exhausted, mentally, anyway. So I think I'm going to do my best to finish up this chapter, or at least as much of it as I can, in the next 7 minutes and 39 seconds. And then I'm going to take a nap and hope that it's like an hour nap and that that's good enough. Because I would love to reset my sleep schedule and go from there, but I don't know if that'll happen. I guess we will see. I'm doing a word sprint at the moment with someone on Discord, and I'm editing during mine, so that's what the time is. I'm waiting for the timer to run out, but I don't know how far into this one I am. I'm not very far into this chapter at all, but it doesn't appear to be a super long chapter, so I might be able to get through it. At some point I need to film an April Camp Nano video, but I'm going to get through this first, and I'm going to take a nap second. And then we'll film a Camp Nano video sometime after that, but until then, I'm going to wrap up what I can here, and I'll update you guys at some point today. I'll probably do more editing. I didn't edit it all over the weekend, so I'd like to edit at least 6 chapters today instead of 2. So I'll give you a word count update on the editing sometime after I've met 6 chapters, if my brain decides to function long enough today for that. So we'll see, but the game plan is another 6 minutes and 12 seconds-ish, and then a nap. So I'll see you guys at some point later on today. Hey guys, it is currently 10:19 in the morning on the 27th, but I'm going to quickly run through the stuff that I did yesterday. So I spent most of yesterday standing. Sitting hurts. Sitting still hurts. Sitting here back in an actual chair instead of on the floor or my bungee chair still hurts. So it's really cool. I'm only back here because I had to fix something with both editions of Ashes in the Light, because Amazon took 23 hours to get back to me on the review, only to tell me that one of my page numbers was off. So I had to fix that. So everything is behind now where I needed it to be, and Amazon should implement a function where you can have them manually review the book before you publish it, in between the draft and the publish phase, so that way it publishes when you publish it. That would be much cooler, but I'm not Amazon. But yesterday, outside of that thing, because that happened right at 11 o'clock, which really pissed me off, to say the least. It's putting it gently. But before that, I had managed to write 2,117 words altogether in the time stopper, and outside of that, I wrote 891 words of just random things, random scenes. I took notes on a TV show while my mom was out of the room, so that way when she got back I could tell her how much it sucked, because we both hate the show, and we only watch it for one character. So I took notes on the reasons everything else sucked while she was out of the room. I jotted those down as a word count for stuff and things, because I wrote a lot of notes. So there's that. Outside of that, I was working on the Lost City of Z model yesterday, in between standing and sitting and writing and a bunch of other fun stuff. I made a little pedestal that needs to be painted, and truthfully, it's going to have another slightly smaller layer on top of this that will be about the same height. It'll just be a couple centimeters in on each side and centered in there. And then this is my little statue that's going to go in the middle of the plaza. It's got one hand on his hip here. He's pointing off to the north. And he'll just sit on this, although again it will be a higher level. Super fun stuff. He took a while to build. He's a little tiny toothpick man wrapped in yarn or thread or something. But he needs to be painted, this needs to be painted, this needs another level. I need to build the plaza, I need to build a lot of stuff, but we'll get there. My hands hurt much less than my legs do, which I suppose is technically a positive, but not the positive that I want. I would prefer not to be in any pain. I'm doing my best to work through it and to push through it and just do whatever, because I can't precisely just sit down and relax because sitting down hurts, which is super cool. But today, the 27th, I'm going to work on the time stopper, hopefully get around to Man of Darkness editing. I had planned to do that at 11, but once I got the email for Ashes in the Light, I was so pissed off that it was the last thing I wanted to do. I could not bring my brain to focus after that. And because of that, even though I wasn't tired and I was about ready to reset my sleep schedule that night, I just went to sleep because I could not bring myself to work on anything, because I had absolutely no focus for anything but Ashes in the Light, which I wouldn't be able to work on until at least 7 a.m., which is about the time that I started working on it. But the goal today is the time stopper and Man of Darkness. I would love to finish the time stopper and give myself a little tiny break from it before starting the next book next month. But we'll see how it goes. I also need to finish editing Man of Darkness before April 1st, but there aren't many chapters left. It's a novella. It's very short. So that one won't be as big of a deal, which is a plus. But I'm going to see what happens, how things come about. I'm going to move back to the living room. Oops, sorry for that noise. Going to move back to the living room. I'm going to spend most of my time standing. I think I'm going to alternate between potentially gaming and writing, just so that way when I'm standing I have something to do, because I don't have anything that sits up high enough for my tablet to rest on while I'm standing. So if I want to type without sitting down, I kind of just have to either bend over or squat down, and neither of those are exactly comfortable either on my back or my legs. So again, I'm doing what I can, still trying to meet my word goal every day, except for the one day, if not 2 days this month that I have failed to meet it. I'm doing what I can. But I need to film an April Camp Nano video real fast for yesterday, and then I will move back to the living room and hopefully get some work done on the time stopper. And then I will see you guys in a day 27 thing. Alrighty, it is 2:23 p.m. I've been working on the time stopper. I've only written 536 words. Things are pretty slow, and I don't even know if it's because of the book or because of my hands or because I'm constantly standing up or what. But I have finally downloaded all of the videos for the next work in progress video that would have been like February 3rd and 4th, if not also February 5th. So I'm going to edit that. It's probably going to be around 20 minutes. And then while it's exporting, I'm going to take a nap and hope that that maybe makes things run a little smoother when it comes to writing. We'll see. I might have to move on to just writing random stuff because at the moment Time Stopper is super slow. And that will tell me if it's because of the book or because of my hands and everything else. So I'm going to edit this next video, get it exporting here within the next half hour or so, and then take a nap. And then I will update you guys at some point once I've accomplished some more writing sometime after I wake up. I don't know if that writing will be on the Time Stopper or something else, but I will give you an update. Alrighty, it is just after midnight on my end here. Doing my best to hold on for it as long as I possibly can in hopes of resetting my sleep schedule finally, or at least getting closer to resetting it. But the Time Stopper, I meant to show it to you before midnight, but I literally put in my last entry at like 11:58, and by the time I set up my iPad it was already past midnight. But altogether, I wrote 709 words there. Not a lot. Most of my writing today was extra scenes and random junk for my stuff and things count, so there's that. Time Stopper's been slow. Normally things slow down when I get closer to the end of a Bo Austen book. I'm not 100% sure why. I don't know if it's because I still don't know what the next book is going to be, or if it's just because it's the end of another Bo Austen book. And Bo's my favorite character, I think, that I've ever written. So I think every time that I get to the end of a book, it's that feeling of we're one book closer to the end. So I think once I get close and closer to the end, things just really slow down. And that's where we are now. But we're definitely closing in on the end, if nothing else. But I'm going to continue working on that for the 28th. I need to film a quick April Camp Nano video for the 27th. And then I'll come back to writing. My knuckles hurt, my wrist hurts, my legs hurt, I'm kinda cold, and I'm tired. But again, I'm going to try and hold on for as long as I possibly can. If nothing else, even if I make it until like 1 a.m. I'll be happy. And then I'll try to take just a nap, but as we know, I don't have a lot of luck with alarms, but I do have my phone for an alarm. Whenever I do need to take a nap, I'm going to set my phone for an alarm, I'm going to set my iPad, I'm going to set my tablet, and I even brought my actual alarm clock out here. So between the 4 of them, one of them should go off. Hopefully. We'll see. But I'll update you guys on the 28th part of this video, or next video, depending on how the breakup happens. But whenever I accomplish something, you'll get an update for the 28th part of it. And then when I finally cave and take what will hopefully be a nap, you'll get an update there. I'm already very tired though. Doing my best though. So I'm going to film the April Camp Nano video real fast, and then I'm probably going to stand up and walk around for a few because my legs cannot handle sitting here much longer. And then I'll get back into writing, so hooray for all of that, and hopefully I will see you guys for an actual update that consists of progress soon. Hey guys, it is 3:42 in the morning, which is much further than I've made it in a while. I've only worked on the Time Stopper. I've written 986 words there. I don't know if I can stay up any longer right now. I'm yawning like all the time, and every time I yawn it hurts my jaw. And that's not something I'm really willing to sit through, so I'm going to take what I hope is a nap. I'm going to set my phone, my iPad, and my alarm clock all within like 5 to 10 minutes of each other and hope for the best. I'm going to sleep somewhere between half an hour and 45-ish minutes, depending on what I feel once I lay down, and hope for the best. My only goal today, as long as I wake up, to one of these alarms, and or as long as one of these alarms goes off. The goal after that will be to stay up until at least 6. I would love to stay up until 8, and then do my normal sleep from there, but we'll see what happens, and I'll give you guys an update at some point. If I wake up to one of these alarms, I will get back to writing as soon as I'm up, and then I'll give you guys another update before I go to sleep, like actual genuine sleep. But we will see what transpires. I suppose. I would love to reset my sleep schedule, so we'll see what happens here. But outside of that, things have been relatively slow. That's not surprising. I've been cold all morning, even though it's not like freezing in the house or anything like that. So I'm going to sleep in front of the heater like I've been doing. And again, here's to hoping that this is just a nap and that I wake up, and or that my alarms go off and that I wake up to one of them. So that's the goal. In that case, hopefully I will update you guys at least one more time before 6 or before 8, depending on how long I manage to stay awake, if this is just a nap. And if not, I will see you guys with an update at some point way later in the day. So, I guess you'll know how things went depending on when I give you a new update. Alrighty. It is 8:54 in the morning. I've been up for a while. Writing has just been super slow. But I did write an extra 457 words in the time stopper. Not a lot. But it brings my total so far for the day to 1,443 words. I am tragically not tired, so there's that, but I am still going to go back to my room and lay down and attempt to go to sleep, and sleep throughout the time that I normally would if this were my normal sleep schedule, in hopes of resetting it to my normal sleep schedule. So that is the plan. And I'll get back into writing once I wake up, and once that happens, I will give you guys another update at some point in the day. I expect things to still be slow, but hopefully, if nothing else, I'll meet my written goal today, but I would also love to finish this book if possible. I think there might be one chapter and an epilogue left, but we'll see, and I will give you guys an update at some point later on today.